It's an understatement. Oh my goodness!
No, I think number one, you're just trying to put your kids in an environment where they can improve and they can grow, and that's one way that we can do it. I mean, I think we're very intentional about our schedule, and when you play in those environments and those teams, you're forced to play the game at a really high level, and that's kind of our message. If you play the game at a high level, then you have a chance to win, regardless of who you play.
Absolutely. And then I know, and those are some of the best crowds in college baseball, so I know that's also great for the kids, too, to say, hey, you got to play no matter what. You got to put the background noise behind you, and you just got to play hard.
Well, yeah, I think, one of the best tools that these guys can have is the ability to manage their self. And so you put them in an environment where there's hype around the opponent and there's a crowd and there's energy and all that stuff. And if they can learn how to navigate through that with a pretty level head and control their heart rate, then you're teaching them how to compete, in the best environments in college baseball, but also you're preparing them for, life outside of baseball and just the ability to be successful when there's a little bit of pressure on.
Absolutely. Now, I have I've conducted some interviews over the last week or so. I know you guys are ready to get things going there next weekend, but my main question has been to a lot of coaches, and all of them, Power 5 and non-Power 5. Coach, do you think it's time to open up the tournament a little bit? I've got various answers, but I've seen in college basketball they have the first four in. In college football, I think next year they're doing the college football playoff. I think there was a couple of schools. There was a bunch of schools last year. I could go over the list of them that didn't get in, that had high 30s or 40-plus win seasons, and there were some things said about that. But do you think it's good to expand the baseball tournament now, or do you think it will water it down? What's your opinion on that, Coach?
Well, that's a good question. I don't know. I don't know if anybody has the right answer. I think, that, we're seeing that the best teams, in my opinion, the best teams in baseball are the ones that are advancing. And so, I think you create opportunities to get into the postseason by how you play in the regular season, and so you have to earn that. And so I like right now I think that I do think that the best teams are advancing, and so I don't know if changing that is the answer or not. But I think right now it's a pretty good system.
Right. Yeah, and I know some coaches were worried. They were saying, well, even if they did expand it, they would wonder, would a non-Power 5 school in, or would it just be the 10th or the 8th or the 9th SEC team or something like that, or the ACC team. So, yeah, it's a good topic. And replay, Coach, what do you think about replay? I saw some things at the regionals last year. Some other people did. Umpiring is a hard job. Nobody's criticizing umpiring here. I'm just trying to be open-minded. So I want to say that first. Umpires have a very hard job, and I respect it. But do you think there should be some, and not regular season, Coach, maybe conference tournament, maybe regionals, maybe super regionals, but is there a time that maybe they should get a replay and have a command center, kind of like they do in other sports when it's, it's a big deal on the line to say, it was a call last year, Michigan, Louisville game that could have made a difference between the super regionals, could not have, who's to say, but what do you think about replay, Coach?
Yeah, I just think we got to do whatever we can to get the call right. So if that means that there's a command center once you get to the regionals or to the Super Regional or World Series, whatever it takes to get the call right, because the kids are working really hard and the coaches are working really hard and the umpires are working really hard. So nobody's perfect. Coaches make mistakes, players make mistakes, umpires make mistakes. I just think we're all trying to get it right. So whatever tool we can use to help all of us is great.
Absolutely. I 100% get it, Coach. Yeah, and other than that, Coach, those are really my main questions. I don't like to hold coaches longer than 5 minutes. I know you guys are busy. Once I always say, and I joke, hey, once the Super Bowl over, college baseball season is here. So
That's right.
it's literally around the corner. So good luck to you for Southeast Missouri State this year, Coach. Thank you for your insight. Thank you for your time.
You bet, Corey. Thanks for the phone call.
All right, thank you. Take care. Bye. Thank you. This has been presented by collegebaseballweekly.com. http://collegebaseballweekly.com. Thank you again for listening and reading the articles. Always log on to collegebaseballweekly.com. Thank you. Thank you so much for listening to the interview. collegebaseballweekly.com.